This is our family.
Welcome to another edition of This Is Our Family. If you are here for the first time joining us, we extend a very special welcome to you, and thank you for joining us today to continue our series.
Indeed. So this is a chance where we get to connect, communicate and celebrate our church family here at Access. So today we just want to welcome the guys from Childers who've been watching us online, to Shane and the crew out there in Childers.
G'day,
One
mate.
day we'll do a road trip and we'll come out and say hi.
Yeah.
So Liv,
another exciting thing that's happening.
Tell me what's happening.
It's actually Wednesday mornings. We have playgroup with Bonnie.
Wednesday mornings.
And I think it's pretty amazing. We actually have like 15 families coming at the moment. Like 15.
15.
But if you want to get on board and join in, contact Bonnie. There's like grandparents can get involved. And if you've got your own little preschoolers, then get them in on it. It sounds like a pretty
Get
cool
amongst
time.
it, eh?
Yeah, get amongst it.
Well, actually, hang on. Somebody's chewing in my ear. I think we need to cross to Georgia. She's outside. She's walking for life.
Hey Access, I'm Georgia, one of the youth here, and some of you may have seen me running around pitching to people about the Walk for Hope campaign. World Hope International is doing a campaign over September raising money for kids in Papua New Guinea who desperately need new educational opportunities that are way closer and way safer, because they currently walk 300 kilometers to get to school. And that is so far. It's such an awesome cause to get behind. So actually, our Access Youth is planning on walking 10 kilometers this Saturday from Redcliffe to Woody Point to help raise money. And we're looking for sponsors and donations. So if I haven't got to you yet, I'll definitely try and catch up with you on Sunday. Otherwise, you can contact Joe Thompson to sponsor one of our youth.
Liv, does it look like I've been exercising?
No, it doesn't. But keep it up. You'll get there one day. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah,
we've got the Global Leadership Summit happening soon in 2020. This 2020, the one and only 2020. GLS is a fantastic space to grow and develop, not only as a leader but as a person.
And I've got an inside word on the street, is that if the people of Access in our greater Brisbane area get on board and register during the month of September, you get the early bird rate of $60.
Oh, bargain central.
I think the normal price is $2 million, so discount times are coming your way.
Nice, yeah, well, that's pretty cool.
So Liv, how do we actually do that though?
You know what, an email has actually been sent out already. So if you haven't got the email, you need to make sure you get in contact with Yvonne to make sure that you can reserve that spot.
So yes, Liv, and another very cool thing that's happening this coming Saturday is the men's breakfast.
Oh, cool.
Yep, so any interested men should contact Paul Smith, not Smith Paul Smith, via the number that you can see on your screen now. Somewhere. So it's a great time to refuel, particularly after all the exercising, like if you do like what I do and Georgia does.
On the same day as the men's breakfast, we actually have something else that is a great event, the Wesleyan District Conference.
Ooh.
Yes, this will be happening over Zoom this year.
Zoom is,
but we'd love to have you participate and hear some of the great things that will be happening across our state. So check e-news for more details on that.
So enter dad joke, don't you feel that 2020 is zooming by?
Yes.
Anyway, I'll zoom on. So prayer night every Tuesday has been meeting brilliantly on Zoom, but they would like to do a together in-person worship night.
Oh yes.
And that is going to happen on the 29th of September.
So be there.
Be there or be square. Indeed, yes.
Yeah. Church, we're so grateful for people's ongoing generosity to the church. And if Access is your home, we invite you to continue giving generously. The details for how you can give will be appearing on the screen now, or you can just go directly to the website. Your giving enables us to continue being a generous, loving, amazing church. Indeed.
So, church is feeling a little different at the moment, isn't it?
Just a smidgen.
Social distancing. There's plenty going on, making life a little bit different, but we've got this fantastic booking system through Eventbrite.
Yes, we do.
So we can do all our compliance stuff with social distancing. So we're able to get back together, which has been absolutely fantastic, and really appreciate everybody getting on board across the church family.
Thank you, everyone.
Indeed.
It's really cool to see our community happening again and being back together. So, whilst booking your seat is free, we do encourage everyone to be arriving on the weekend to visit the Coffee Cart. Yes.
And I've got inside word too that not only will there be caffeine to get your fix, there will also be nibblies there, individually wrapped, so we can look after each other in that way. But I believe all the funds are going to the new building.
Oh, fantastic.
So we can fundraise for that. So just before we move into our next message with Jono and the Return series, we're going to hear from the closest thing in the Wesleyan Church to the Pope, the Reverend Graham Carnell.
Nice.
He is an amazing man. So he's going to share about the return of Christ and what it means to him.
The person I most want to meet on arriving in heaven, well, jokingly, I'd say Adam if he's there, because I would throttle the guy and say, "You're the one who caused all this problem." But really, Billy Graham, to be honest. Over 70 years as an evangelist, my question to him would be, Billy, how did you keep yourself pure? How come there were no moral failures? I'm most fascinated by the number of books that are written about Revelation. And I suspect that all of them would have their different opinions, and not all would agree on every little thing. And people really believe that God's led them and given them inspiration to write this stuff down and do all these drawings of rapture and Armageddon and when Christ comes. And I think the Lord would like to dispense with a lot of that. But also when Christ looks at all these charts, he's scratching his head and says, now when am I supposed to come? So I think I'm fascinated by the variations. The problem with the church underplaying the second coming is that there would be no real anticipation towards heaven, no joy in anticipation of heaven. And that 2 Peter tells us that in chapter 3, that by anticipating the Lord's coming, it sort of helps prepare the coming. It speeds his coming. We've got to realise that we were told to preach the whole counsel of God, to help disciple people on their way to heaven, and make every effort to be found spotless and blameless before the Lord. And I believe that spending time leading people to Christ, and that we were to do that while it's yet day. But if you're overplaying the second coming, your time is more on that rather than on what the Lord instructs us to do. Take as many to heaven as we can. Well, I mean, apart from all the aches and pains that you have, the thing that I'm really looking forward to the most is the music in heaven. And I'm looking forward to, the songs of "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain." The harmony, I just love the harmony. I just think with all those millions of people together, singing together in harmony, and no one's going to sing out of tune. That's the good thing about it. We won't have to press the mute button. What I'm anticipating is getting rid of, we won't have any denominations in heaven. There won't be any disagreements in heaven. And being a pastor, you sort of look forward to that, and no divisions in heaven and no arguments in heaven. But we all believe, I believe, the same thing. And that the other thing is that there'll be no memory of the past when we're in heaven. And I think that'll be great. Looking forward to that.